Hey guys, it's Imada here, and today we have the show for you. In one corner, we have the one-winged angel famous for this bullcrap, Sephiroth. In the other corner, we have some random guy I found at the subway. Place your bets for the show of a lifetime. Who will win? Oh wait, no one's here. Crap, I spent like $1 million on this venue. Now what I'm gonna do? Well, seeing how I already have this venue and this random guy, let's see how many Smash Bros. Fighters this average person could beat. Now to give our Joe Schmo over here an actual fighting chance, we are gonna give him the same weapon as his opponent. For example, in a theoretical battle against Minecraft Steve, we'd also give our average Joe a sword as well. Now, this does not include magical abilities, so I'm not just gonna give this guy a persona, because trust me, that would not end well. Have you played Persona 3? Before we get into the list proper, let's look at the stats of our friend here. The average person weighs 199.8 pounds, so let's round that to 200. They have a height of 5 feet and 7.5 inches. The average man is decently strong too. He's able to bench press 170 pounds, deadlift 265, and squat 200 or less. The average top run speed is around 19 miles per hour. Of course, this can only be maintained for a little while, so most of the time he's looming around 10 to 12 miles per hour on a consistent jog. Anyways, that's all the stats worth mentioning. Now let's look at the competition. I think he might be cooked. To make this somewhat more interesting than just having it be wins or losses, I made some bonus categories. We have easy wins where I can easily guarantee that beating these guys would be a cakewalk for this guy. There won't be many in this category. We also have just a flat out win category, which is pretty self-explanatory. And the same note, we also had the flat out lose category, same story. Then we have the tie section. This is when I can't decide who would really win in a fair fight. It could go either way, but the most interesting to me is the Beyond Cooked. This is when the fight is so unfair that there won't even be a corpse to mourn after the battle. Also, I'm not covering each and every single character in depth because that would take way too long, and two, some of these are pretty self-explanatory. Like, do I really need to explain why Sephiroth would be in the Beyond Cooked category? So instead, I'll just cover the ones of note. So with that, here is the Beyond Cooked category. Yeah, it's like half the roster. Basically, everyone here goes toe-to-toe with God himself, or is God himself. Characters like Bowser are already crazy strong, but on a frequent basis, he gets beat by Mario, Luigi, and then most of the Mario cast. The only exception from the Mario cast on this roster is Rosalina, since she's never actually fought Bowser one-on-one. But yeah, no shit, she would still win. Have you played Mario Galaxy? She tanked the end of the universe. Captain Falcon is not only an incredibly skilled racer, but also a skilled fighter as well. All of Fire Emblem is here for obvious reasons. Zero Suit Samus is still just Samus, so yeah, you're cooked. Piranha Plant only needs to gulp your ass up once and it's over. And the most interesting fighter here is Duck Hunt, because he's probably the most powerful character in all of Smash Bros. I'm not kidding. You see, if it was just a bird and a dog, it would be in the win category, no doubt. But this is actually 3 characters in one, and one of them is a higher dimensional being that can shoot you from the comfort of his sofa. Yeah, this is canon. Pac-Man only needs 1 power pellet and it's all over. Mega Man has a crazy list of abilities thanks to all the Robot Masters. Lucas and Ness are Lucas and Ness. The Pokemon here are either legendaries or freaking Pikachu. And yeah, I don't need to explain why they're here. Bowser Jr. has a ton of machines to use, and according to my rules, that would mean the human would also get some machines to use. But I don't think our human friend is going to do as good with them as the guy who's been using them since birth. Snake may at first seem like a shoo-in for just a regular win category, but then you remember, the whole organization in this game will probably kill you in a second too if you even laid a finger on Snake. The Star Fox crew has tons of machines too, like their tanks and air wings, so it's an easy win. And at first, I had Lil Mac in the win category, because come on, he's just a normal boxing guy. Yeah, you'd probably lose, but he can't be that bad. Oh yeah, he beat up DK and won. What the hell? And that's it for this tier that I felt like mentioning. From now on, I have a lot more to say about everyone. So here's just the regular boring old ass whooping category. Jigglypuff is strong, no doubt, but she doesn't have any truly insane bullshit like the other Pokemon. And the same goes for Venusaur and Squirtle. Joker is an interesting one, because I see a solid argument for him being in the Beyond Cooked category. I mean, personas are crazy strong, but they always have strange rules attached to them, relating to where and when they can be used. For Joker, it means they're locked in mementos in the palaces. And when they aren't, it means Joker's fighting a god right now, and I think it's a little more worries than this guy. Heck, even Joker's gun in-game is just a replica gun. And it only becomes real in the places where personas are. But even then, Joker is still a great athlete. I mean, he's in high school, top of his form, and he works out practically every day. Comparing that to the average man, yeah, it's not looking good. And the same reasoning applies to Wii Fit Trainer too. Works out non-stop and could whoop your ass if need be. Ice climbers have hammers and climb mountains for fun. For fun. Min Min is another skilled fighter, but unlike the other fighting game reps, she doesn't really do anything crazy in her base game. Heck, no one even dies in the battles in ARMS. But yeah, she could easily just toss you once and you're dead. Villager is also crazy strong too, with him being able to chop down a tree in 3 swings, break a massive rock in 1, and has tons of storage space. However, in game, this is never used in a form of fighting, so even though the strength is crazy similar to a character like Steve, it's never used in combat, so it might not ever reach its full potential, but even then, you're still cooked. I first put Banjo-Kazooie in the last tier, but they don't have any crazy strong feats in their games like Mario and Sonic do. Maybe if they had more games, they would. Please, Microsoft, make another game, please. Now we have the tie category. But before we get there, make sure to like and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'll rank every single Smash Bros. Fighter. And with that, let's kick this category off. Okay, hear me out. I know this all looks bad, but I can explain everything. First off, Game & Watch. He could theoretically be anything in these games, but at the same time, he's also meant to just be an average Joe in some games. So, it's kind of hard to place him. The Miis are meant to represent you, the average person, so again, it could just be a really fair match that could go either way. To be fair, the Mii could also be based off Mike Tyson and then you're cooked, but most of the time it would be just based off you. I mean, they're called Miis. So theoretically, it would always end in a stalemate. Dr. Mario in Smash is considered to be his own man, but in the main Dr. Mario series, he's just Mario, which that would mean he would be placed into the last category on this list. But since the game can't decide if Dr. Mario is just Dr. Mario or Mario 2, I can't place him. On one hand, if he was just a doctor, it would be a pretty fair fight, but if he was Mario, well, you'd be cooked. Pichu is still a Pokemon, making him quite strong, but he's also prone to self-harm and is also only a foot tall. You could just step on him. Speaking of stepping on things, let me explain. Kirby and his friends at first look way broken. I mean, look at the things they fight against. So yeah, this should be a shoo-in for an easy win for Kirby. But the thing is, these guys are short. Kirby is less than a foot tall, and the main weakness Kirby has is getting crushed. Being crushed is one of the few insta-deaths in the Kirby series, meaning all you need to do to win is just step on him. To be fair, all Kirby needs is ability like Crash or Microphone and it's over. And Deity and Meta Knight have some strong weapons too. But I just don't think that's enough of a shot for me to put it in any other category besides here. And also, I need a hot take, come on. And here we are, the win category. The few W's our friend here is gonna take. Let's see them. So Pokemon Trainer is a weird one. Since I already separated him from his Pokemon, he's now just an average young kid, not even in high school. I think the average adult could feasibly kick his ass. Isabelle, unlike Villager, is never shown to do the same insane feats that Villager does. Most of the time, she's just behind a desk looking goddamn adorable. But no, that dog is still getting taken out back. In Inkling, we have no clue how the Ink interacts with humans, but it's pretty easy to assume that it wouldn't do much. And since that's their main form of attack, it's basically now useless. All they can do is run, which to be fair, they would be damn good at that. But eventually they would just get tired. Now with that, we had the final category, the easy win. These two fighters are not just a joke, but so easy anyone could beat them with zero effort. Rob is a real-life toy accessory for the NES. And yeah, many kids probably accidentally broke this toy. Do you think the average dude can't do the same? Then you have Olimar. He never stood a chance. Olimar might be the shortest character in all fiction, honestly. He's a measly 1.9 centimeters, meaning he's basically a slightly bigger bug than normal. And Pikmin are even smaller. So basically the question is, could he beat up a few ants? Then in that case you'd win. The most impressive feat for any Pikmin character is beating up a dog, so I don't think Olimar has much in him. Now, if this was Louie we're talking about, it would be a completely different story, trust me. That man is insane. And with that, the average Joe's dead. Over half the roster murdered his ass. I want to say I'm surprised by the results, but wait, no I'm not. I don't care. Anyways, it's been real. And for who I could be on the roster, well, all of them. I could take all of them in a fight. Trust me, they don't know me. I would win so easily.